This is the third part of your real estate series. If you didn't watch the first part, how you get into your first investment property with no to little money, I will link it up here and in the description below. I also made a second video how you leverage real estate investment, which you can find up here and in the description below. So both will teach you the fundamentals to get to this point. Watching the two last videos, you know that 90% of the millionaires have been created by investing into real estate. It's not stocks, but it's real estate. Today I will teach you another very powerful technique so that you can be creative and combine those different techniques to expand your portfolio. Let me introduce you how to get a property entirely for free or even get paid for it. But first, welcome to High School Dropout's advice. If you need subtitles, please click on the subtitle button right here. Now I will teach you how you can get free properties. The key method is using a cash-out refinance method. I told you that you need enough cash to buy the property entirely for this method to work. The starting cost of properties can start at $50,000. If you don't have this cash, I would like you to subscribe to my channel or save this video, because this technique will become a reality if you follow the guide I put in video 1 and video 2. Let me teach you two methods of how you can get a property for free. The first method is called BRRRR method. BRRRR method, which stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance and repeat. Let me show you the process with an example of mine. This is the property I bought in cash for $106,000. I had to remodel it a bit to make it look better. You see that I spent $17,490 on the remodel, so I was in the property for $123,490. Please remember that I have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and 1,129 square feet. At Zillow, there is a map function, and when you zoom in as I do in this screenshot, you see the lot lines, which is the blue button. In this view, you can see how much the properties around you are worth. I marked my house in a yellow circle, and you see I have 2 neighbors with a green circle. Let us check out their home value. You see that this property, which is valued at $168,376, got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with 1,334 square feet. So it's a little larger, but the room amount is identical. Let's have a look at the next one. This one has the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms with 1,248 square feet. You also see that the rent estimate is $1,350, which is also the amount I have the property rented out for. Now I want you to look at the red button with $182,000. This is a neighbor of ours who is selling this house for $182,000. Now let us have a look at his property. The same amount of rooms with 1,474 square feet. And do you see that it only took him 10 days to get into a contract? The Houston's real estate market is so hot right now. I'm pretty sure that this property had offered up to over $190,000. Not because it looks good, but because real estate properties in Houston are very hot right now. Now we can estimate that the home value ours should be around $160,000 at least. You know that our property will increase in value when your neighbors can sell their home for top dollar. So back in November, I was aware of this trend. So I bought it for $106,000 and did the repair. This is the B of buy and the R for repair of the BRRRR method. Now we need to go to the rent, which is the next R. I had it rented out within 10 days for $1,350 per month. Now comes the refinance part, which is called Cash-Out Refinance. You will go to a lender and ask the lender to cash out refinance your property. They will give you 75 to 80% of your home value. So let us check out what we get. If they appraise my property for 160,000, they would give me 75% to 80%, which would be 120,000 to 128,000. You remember that I only spent $123,490 on the property. So I would nearly get all my money out of the property, or I would get more out than I put in. In the end, I would end up having 20 to 25% equity in a 160,000 property, which is 32,000 to 40,000. Having a tenant who pays 1,350 per month in rent, has an appreciation rate of 5 to 8% at least for this year, and then loan amortization and tax shelter. So I expect to make another 20,000 from this property alone, bringing the total gain of this property up to 52,000 to 60,000 within 1 year. If you want to know how to calculate all those numbers, you can watch part 1 and part 2 of my real estate series in the description below. This was basically free money. All you need was the 123,490 in cash. Now you might understand why rich people can become richer so easily and why no one is teaching you this. There are many real estate courses charging you thousands of dollars for this knowledge. You got it free from me. If you got questions, let me know. In my opinion, this was safer than stock investing. And the good thing is, everything was tax-free. With stocks, I would have paid heavy capital gain tax on it. And the risk for the stock in such a short time on the market would have been serious. Now let me show you another example. I bought this property in Houston. I bought it for $185,000. Usually I'm quite lucky in negotiations and it often goes my way. So I got this property for $185,000 when it was listed for $199,900. There were no repairs needed and I got a tenant in for $1,950 per month. The property was worth around $240,000. So my intention to cash out refinance would have worked out nicely. But look at this, $285,114 is the value now. If you know what you do and buy in booming hot cities in good neighborhoods, you will see gains like this. You remember, I bought it for $185,000. Anyway, 75% to 80% of $285,114 will be $213,833 up to $228,091. So you see that I get paid from this property. The rent quickly covers the loan of $213,833 or $228,091. I receive $1,950 per month, and you know there's still appreciation, loan amortization, and tax shelter. You see how easy real estate gets? You know that I use the same cash and it's like a snowball that rolls down the mountain and becomes bigger and bigger. Now you have learned the cash out refinance technique. If you have a paid off house, you can consider to cash out refinance it. Take the money out and buy a rental property that pays off your mortgage. Then you can repeat this process and build a rental portfolio with the money which was locked up in your own property. The importance is to let the money work. Many people are worried that real estate is risky, difficult to find the right tenant, having bad tenants, and you don't know how to manage out of state. Then hire a licensed property manager who got good reviews and referrals. Ask other investors like on biggerpockets.com if they can recommend you someone. And then check the ratings online. Nowadays, everything is easy. I never saw the 6 properties I bought out of state. All I know is they are making me money and I can use them to buy more properties. I hope that this was an eye-opener for you. How to play the real estate game. It's important to stay creative with your options, even when having enough cash to buy the properties outright. For example, you can always move out of your own property when the rent of your property will cover the mortgage you want to take. In this way, you can raise new cash for a new property, and you can get into a new property as an owner occupied for little as 5%. There are so many more ways how you can use those different tools to expand in real estate. This is why it's important to know all the loan products out there, because you never know when one can become handy. Anyways, for legal reasons, let me tell you, I'm not a financial advisor, CPA or realtor. So always consult with an expert before making a decision. Remember that your money is your responsibility, and always do your own due diligence. Thank you so much, and see you hopefully in the next video. Thank you, bye.